Hello, and welcome to the Small Business Doula. I'm Jessica, and I'm here to help entrepreneurs and business owners build and grow their businesses. In today's video, we'll be discussing how to get an EIN number for your business. This is an important step for every business owner, and I'm going to be breaking down the process for you step by step. Let's start with the basics. An EIN stands for Employer Identification Number. It's a unique 9-digit number that the IRS assigns to businesses for tax purposes. It can also be called a federal tax identification number. This number is used to identify your business, and it's required if you have employees or if you're in a partnership or a corporation. Now that we know what an EIN is, let's talk about why it's important to have one. An EIN is required for many business-related activities, such as opening a business bank account, applying for business credit, and filing your taxes. If you don't have an EIN, you will have to use your personal social security number for these activities, which can put your personal credit at risk. So it's always best to keep your business and your personal finances separate. So I know you're probably saying, okay, all of that is great, but how do I even apply to get an EIN? I'm glad you asked the question. Now that we understand what an EIN is and why you need one, let's talk about how to apply for one. The easiest way to get an EIN is to apply online using the IRS website. If you're not comfortable with completing the application online, the IRS does have a form SS-4 that you can use that you would manually complete and then mail off. But an easier route is to take the online option of using the IRS website. Let's go ahead and break down the steps of what you'll need to follow to complete that application. Step 1. Go to the IRS website at irs.gov and search for Apply for an EIN online. Or you can use the link that I have it listed here in the video that I'll also link down in the comments below. The link that is in the comments below will take you directly to the application. You will scroll down about a third of that application where you'll see a button that says Begin Application. To begin the application, you're going to click Begin Application and it will initiate the application. Step 2 will be to begin the application. After you've done that, you will actually go to a screen that will prompt you to choose the type of legal structure for your business. Typically, if you are opening a company that you want to create as an LLC that has great tax protection for you personally, then you will select LLC or limited liability company. After you've selected that option, the next screen that you will see will be a screen that says here that you have chosen a limited liability company, and then it's going to give you some bulleted list of options that are pertaining to the LLC. So it'll tell you what the LLC is and what it is not. Our next step will be step 4, and this is where you're going to list information about your LLC. How many members are listed in your LLC, if it's just a single member or if there's multi-members. Anything that's over 1 count will be a multi-member LLC. So once you've selected or entered in how many members that will be in your LLC, then you would list it here in the first box. The second box, you're going to list where the state, select the state where the business is physically located. Our next screen that you will see is stating for you to please confirm your selection. In this case, I'm showing you that we have a multi-member LLC because I've chosen anything that was above 1. So from that, it's going to give me information on the multi-member LLC, and then it's also going to let me know how it will be classified with the IRS. There's also an option that if I don't want to accept the default classification of the partnership, that I can submit the following forms, either or, to change that classification if I need to. There's also a disclosure at the bottom that states that if you need to change the type of structure, that they recommend that you do it before they actually issue you an EIN. It's much easier that way. But if everything is okay, then you would select the next button or the continue button. The next screen that you'll see is asking, why are you requesting an EIN? Generally, it's going to be the first option, which is starting a new business. However, if you are hiring, you've hired some employees and you want to go in and change your EIN that way, then you can select hired employees. If it's for banking purposes, then you can go in to satisfy your banking requirements and you would select that option. If it's to change the type of organization that you may have from like sole proprietor to a partnership, then you would select that option. And lastly, if you purchased an active business that was already in operations, then you would select that option. After you have selected your option, then you will hit the continue button to advance to the next page. The next screen that you will see is asking information about the responsible party of the LLC. If it is a multi-member LLC, you will only be allowed to list the primary member. So in this stage, you won't be allowed to list multiple members. However, you can list the person who has the highest percentage, or if it's just yourself, then you would just list yourself. So you would put your first and last name, and then you will also have to list your full social, and then choose an option below. Typically, if you are opening up or registering an EIN personally, then you're going to select the first option that says that I am one of the owners, members, or the managing member of this LLC. Generally, you won't select the second option unless you're doing it on behalf of someone else. After you've completed this entire screen, there is a continue button at the bottom for you to advance to the next screen. The next screen is going to be about the addresses where the business will be physically located. Previously, you selected the state. Now you're going to actually put a physical mailing address. There will be no PO boxes are allowed when you're establishing your EIN, so you will have to have a physical address and you will have to have a telephone number on file as well. There is an option that if you want your mail to be sent to an alternate address, then you can select the button yes below and list that information there. However, if you don't need to, then you would just keep it indicated as no and then continue to the next page. After you have inputted your address, then the IRS will actually search its database for the generated U.S. postal address that's in their system, and they will compare it to what you've entered versus what they found in their database. I generally will accept their database version because it matches up well, and just to make sure that there's no errors. So I will typically accept the database version and then advance to the next screen. This page is going to be speaking more so of the name for the LLC. So it's going to request that you tell them a little bit more about what the LLC is. So here is where you're going to list the legal name of the LLC. You do not have to input LLC at the end of the name. The only thing you're going to mention, if it's ABC Company LLC, then you would just put ABC Company. If you're going to use a trade name or a DBA, also known as doing business as, then you would list that there. It's not required, but the option is there. After you've submitted or listed those names, then you're going to indicate the county of where your LLC is located. After you've indicated that, then you're going to list the state as well as the state where the articles of organizations are or will be filed. So if it's Georgia, then you will list Georgia here. If it's Minnesota, then you list Minnesota here. Underneath that, you will now enter when the LLC, what's the start date. You can put a projected date in there as well if it hasn't started yet. After you've completed this form, then you'll hit continue to advance to the next screen. This screen wants to know more information about how your business will operate. Is there going to be a vehicle that's going to be over the 55,000 pounds or more? Will your business be involved in gambling or wagering? Does your business need to file a Form 720 excise tax return? Does your business sell or manufacture alcohol, tobacco, or firearms? And do you have or do you expect to have any employees who will receive Forms W-2 in the next 12 months? These are all projections. Now, the next screen that you will see that I have not included is it will be a confirmation sheet. So, like all of your answers up until this point, whatever you've entered into the system, it always have you go back and confirm your selections. So the page that you will see right before you see step 6 is a full confirmation screen of every answer that you've entered. At that point, if you need to make any edits, it will not allow you to go back and edit certain sections. You will have to restart the application over. However, if everything looks well and everything is correct, then you can continue and advance to the next screen, and this will be the next screen that you will see. It will ask you how you would like to receive your EIN confirmation letter. The most optimal way to receive it is to receive it online because you get it in real time. So you would just select the first option, and then you're able to view it, print it, and save it immediately. You will not receive it in the mail. However, if you want a paper form that you'll receive in the mail, then you select the second option, and then they're going to send you that paper form to that mailing address that you provided inside of the application. And that's it. It's a straightforward process that only takes a few minutes to complete. This video is a little bit longer only because I'm just explaining things in a little bit more details, but it is a very simple process. I hope that this video has been helpful in understanding what an EIN is and why it's important and how to apply for one. If you found this video to be helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel for more helpful small business tips and tricks. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.